Serious and you're looking for a Christ man, one who's anointed with the Lord, with the Spirit of the Lord to do his will, I'm that nigga.
One West, 125th Street. Look, y'all put y'all faith in presidents like they gon' change this country. Run the league and let y'all play cause y'all gon' make them money. Fuck Obama, he ain't come here on Congo.
American honor don't like no soldiers. For the Spirit of the Lord, we don't like no soldiers.
Black, Hispanic, Native, they hate y'all as the same. Hate Christ and they image, hate you as a slave. God ain't all love, scriptures say he hate. African soft niggas, they know we not the same. School to prison pipeline to get you off the streets. Put you in the cell toilet connected to the saint. Molested as a kid, she prostituted as a teen. The byproduct of Martin Luther King dream. They just took the yoke off, my nigga, we ain't free. We live in bleak in these wastelands of poverty. If you don't know the truth, then the lie sound promising. Prophecy, gift and the curse. Dylan started killing, they was sitting in church. Black folk forgave him, man, this shit is absurd. You should never love your enemy, that shit ain't gonna work. Yeah, fuck dying on your knees, you better die in glory. Man, I joined the UPK, taught me the art of warring. I took a nigga life like mine to be recognized. I feel that pain every day, it can't be reconciled. Pops banging, my sister a prostitute. My brother got life, and somehow I still found the truth. War ready, no cowards, no excuse. Fuck reparations, you can't bandage no open wounds. Blood on the leaves, body swing hung from a noose. I was on a run in Nashville and I found the truth. I called the school, classes being held by the shock on my life. I want to be a gangster like a cop. Do this for my brothers, real brotherhood. Everything we do, we got it out this book. My nigga, I can never be no African. UPK the only authorized acronym. I'm passionate about my brothers and sisters. We in hell, I ain't got nothing against them. That's another religion. If it ain't under Yohanna, ain't he murdered by them and got a hug from Yohanna. That's the way out for a coward in my observation. They don't fear the Lord, they indoctrinated. Wolves in sheep clothing, Joe Osteen. Real priests bringing back black royalty. One West on my headpiece, ranking order. Can't let them trick me off the streets, I gotta raise my daughter. I got brothers at the border ducking ICE agents. I got the name change, it was life changing. My family thought it was a game, put on all black, they said I was going through a phase. There's more of us in jail than it was slaves. Chose.
Como la Escuela Israelita del Conocimiento Práctico Universal, hoy estamos aquí. Lord former General Yahanna, I.S.U.P.K. This is what Commander General Yahanna. This is what he did.
First camp, I cut off all my dreads. I took an oath when that oil hit my head. Niggas capping like they lids. I'm a priest, I never stick no fork in no pig. I was dead till I found out how to live. This brotherhood taught me how to be a man. I came back to my roots, I had to dig. A couple gaps I had to bridge. I got a rib, I'm married to this work. You wanna serve the Lord, he ain't in the Christian church.
That's right. Yeah. On 44 shit, you know what I mean? Busy man. Look, when that shit drop, you step all the way on their neck, step on their neck and they head with that shit.
I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the mud, straight to glory. They don't know how I did it, nice but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. They mad, up to solid, circle tight, yeah, vacuum seal. No, they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rank for it, I got real soldiers, kill for me, nigga, watch yourself. They with my niggas till the end, till death do us part. So if you wanna leave, you can leave, bitch. Bless your heart, fine in. I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel. I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it. Got it out the mud, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel. He nice, but he don't show them skills how I show them skills. He ride, but he don't work the wheel how I work the wheel. Ooh, I got a man, circle tight, yeah, back and seal. I heard they want my life, I ain't worried. I got Ray for real. Take over in effect, yeah, I'm fully focused. You might not see it on me, just know it's women, that bitch fully loaded. Yeah, we up and rolling. Told them I need major motion. Nigga, I'm joking. I'ma school them niggas like they baby Jody. Got it out the dust. Now I'm too clean. Don't know why they hate me. What you want out life, dog? Guns and butter, baby boy. U.P.K. top, dog. Certified road runner. I'ma turn that econ line into a damn tank. I got chopper stash in the attic like they Air Frank. They had that shit on lock till I snapped on them like ball cutters. You cannot play both sides. Gotta choose your colors. See, I'm throwing that one up with that W, that's my blood, bro. Fine in. I ain't show no mercy, I'm gonna show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel. I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it. Got it out the dust, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel. He nice, but he don't show the skills how I show the skills. He ride, but he don't work the wheel how I work the wheel. Ooh, I got a man, circle tight, yeah, back and seal. Said they want my life, I ain't worried. I got Ray for real.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So you said that they put millions of my lives. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right. That's right.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a door. Payback is a door.
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacle set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never our home. Only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting. The trail of my tears is countless. Main fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles will make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be. Slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cages, safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash. Get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a door. Payback is a door.
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood slump. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember Johanna's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in his body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cocktail. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is served cold, I just hope they make an oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in the world of mad shooters. that was designed fair for our babies to pass through. In the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
Yeah, you know what it is. 140 for the rebel, busy man shit, nigga. They take their head over, nigga. I bet where Eve did to Adam, I just pray my love don't lie to me. Swing the iron like Samson, I can't let no hoe to lie to me. I don't feel these rappers, all they lies is hypocrisy. Ain't no competition, ain't no rivalry. Niggas think I'm playing, I don't hear one word they saying, this shit light work. Think Muhammad one of us, he might lose his life first. Suckle up and stay alert. Another cop just stretch the nigga. He ain't demon, this an exorcism. Watch I bless the nigga. Who took that open blood, then you know I'm gonna get active with you. From the opposition, I see vision. Let me paint the picture. Rappers can they spin, I ain't listening. Is it effective? If revenge was a woman, now I stole that bitch like Jake. So I war, we gonna run the summer. It's gonna be historical. Thought they making plays, made them niggas call the audible. Ask who run this shit, but that question is rhetorical. Bitch, I'm the one, need cookies with the oil. I'ma get them crackers, hell, should've never kidnapped my family. I can't be do that. Bet I be the last nigga standing. Do a life sentence for my niggas, pray you understand me. I might put a switch on this Glock and call it young baby. How you real trigger know them dots? You a bird feeder, claiming he a demon. What's a demon to a cold leader? When he says something, I ain't hear. This shit like it ain't about who got the gun, it's about who gon' up that fight first. I turn a bad situation to a game change. Bring soldiers from the dead, just raised up the change. Bring shots, I'ma look like Aaron Jones when I run it. Never bite the hand that feeds you, you'll never get that hand back. Bitch about 10%, I don't wanna hear none of that. He dropping sword, fuck him, just make sure you get that cover back. Look around, he ain't with us, probably cause he never was. Now my chin like you with the angels for your brothers. Everybody wanna be Richard Porter, God kill him like Alpo. Play if he want, it's laying in the trunk like Lee Malvo. A certified woman's ass nigga, I am not a toy. Hey, I with that hollow sign, yeah, this the rim accord. Feel like Gullah Jack when I'm in Fayetteville, you feel your boy. Still up on my bread, still I think that's all that I do. The way I get that boy lost, they gon' start to call him Elroy. Fuck his game, pop out on them demons like I'm Hellboy.
Test 1, 2. 2, 2, 2.
Here we go. I'm always start off the class when we moving this damn camera. So lucky for that. I'm gonna step over to the side and move the camera real quick. So let's clap it up. Okay. Sign Christ. The I.S.U.P.K started out of 1 West, 122 New York. The man in GEN.YAHANNA. We gotta do the camera. Take a distance. Lucky, yo. Always got my little suggestions. I'm gonna put in. Those are the Christ, man. I'm ready to the last one, the GEN.YAHANNA class. I'm up and under. The class again, the rock. I'll put it back to GEN.YAHANNA. Stuff on the right, we keep it for the day. One more adjustment, yo. I'll probably put it in. No idea. No idea. Lucky. I'm also around. Okay. So, that being said, bring it for me. Lucky also, as y'all can see in the title, we're going to be going in to Proverbs, 16th chapter, 25th verse. Proverbs 16, 25. With that being said, this is pretty much most of the words that a verse is a very short verse. Okay? I'm going to finish putting up the rest of the words. I'm going to put the words up. So, the first few words that we have, the first word is wow. Now, remember, I give you the word not in order. It's random word in the verse. Okay? And you'll see, because it helps later on to see how they're used. Okay? So if I just gave you two in order, it really wouldn't make a difference. It wouldn't mean anything. So what I do is read the words randomly. Okay, y'all. So what I do is I read the words randomly. And from there, next we start breaking down the verse. And we'll see how they use, we'll see how it changes as made to the word. Right? The first word we have is wow. TikTok. Wow, I'm not even sure what to say it on TikTok. The word means I'm alive. How they say it on TikTok, I'm alive. The literal translation of it is die or die. But you gotta say unalive on TikTok. This is the translation of the actual word. That word is wow. Next one we got with that being said, next word. Kunyam word, it means face or present or before or in front of. Alright? I said face, how they say face appears in front of, be in front of, before. Okay? It also means presence. I didn't put that up there, but it also means presence. And we have the next word, which is ayah. We got a speaker right here. I'm going ahead and move it real quick. Okay. The next word is ayah. Right? Ayah means man, male, men. Okay. So that's the word ayah. Men, male, man, what else? Men, male, also everyone. Like everyone, anyone, that's what the word means. Right? So I'm gonna step out the way. I'm gonna let y'all put this down, right? There. But I'm gonna let y'all copy what was down. I'm gonna keep walking back and forth. So I'm gonna step to the side and step over to the mic. All right. So now y'all should be able to get those. We only got a few more words to actually put up. There's actually only two, so I'm gonna just put them up here. Okay. The next word is the rock. I'm gonna just get them out of the way right now and let y'all copy the whole thing. Okay. Next word is the rock. Now I'm gonna give y'all some extra words that are not in this verse. I'm just gonna give y'all the words from the verse. We ought to write down that we're going to translate. So the rock is a word that means way. The old school word for way, like which way do you go? It means way, road. That's what a way is. Way, road, path. That's why I say you're in my way. Which way do we go? And in which path? You're in the street, you're in the road. which road do we take? Which way do we go? Which road do we go? And that's what the word way means. Means in that context is the old way of saying way. And that word is the rock in Hebrew. All right. So we give y'all the last word, and that word is Yeshua. Okay, Yeshua. All right. Down here and boom. Yeshua means, well, let's try to pronounce it. Yeshua means right, correct, upright. Got the other one written down. What else does it mean? Right, correct, proper. Proper, upright, right, correct, proper, and good, southern, free. That's the last one. I'm gonna let y'all copy these down. Step on out the way. I'm gonna take a look at TikTok. See what questions we got. Go to speaker real tech audio. I'm not sure what that audio is. There we go. That fixed it. So lock you up for the name of the sound. Everybody out there on YouTube. So let me see. You got any questions on TikTok? Yeah. Okay. It's not correct. So now, everybody should have these words now. So now, I'm going to give you all a little bit extra words. These words that I'm about to give you, they're not in the breakdown of the verse. So these words that I'm about to put up now, if we have a little bit of extra time, they're not in Proverbs 16 to 25. Okay? These words that I'm about to write up here now are not in the verse. So these are just extra vocabulary. I figured I'd get some extra vocabulary just because. newcomers and for our seasoned students out here. We are new words. Okay? Because once again, in a language, right? It's a lot. Let me just check real quick. I'm gonna step over here and I'm gonna just speak into the let's step out the way TikTok and I'm gonna speak into the mic for YouTube. For those of y'all out there that's seasoned and for the newcomers, you can never have enough vocabulary because a language, it grows. Therefore, even the same vocabulary doesn't stay the same. So it's always growing, it's always new vocabulary. All right. Now, just like we revamp words, just like we make up new words and we bring words back, you can never have enough vocabulary. Now, also too, right? When you learn, when you speak in a language, when you learning how to speak, you learning how to talk as a baby, you don't learn words first. It's not what you learn. Just think about it. You don't learn words as a baby because a baby can't understand words. That's obvious. So when you speak in a language, so like when you learning how to speak a language, or when you learn how to speak, period, how to talk, period, what is the first thing that you learn? Somebody type it in. When you a baby, what is the first thing that children learn when they learn how to speak a language? What are the first things that they learn? Do they learn words or do they learn something else? While y'all typing that in, I'm gonna write some of these new words on the board. Okay. Somebody typing in. What do children learn? What do babies learn first when you teaching them how to talk or when they learn the language? And once again, these are just I'm just put new words. All right, these aren't in the verse. New words. QADASH, you got any answers?
Nah, sir.
Can you check on TikTok for me?
I don't know, lie, sir.
No answer. All right. Since nobody knows it yet, right? When you teaching a baby how to talk, or when a baby is learning a language, learning how to speak, the first thing it learns how to do is communicate. That is the first thing we teach our children, is how to communicate. We don't teach them Apple. A baby ain't gonna understand Apple. You are teaching them communication skills. You're going to them, talking to them, playing with them, you're interacting with them, and you're speaking to them at the same time because you're teaching them interaction, communication. Okay, you touching them, they touching you, they learning communication skills. It's not, you're not giving them words. You're not saying, this is my arm. Like, you're not doing that first. That's not the first thing you do. The first thing you do is interact. You teach them communication. So, and the reason why I'm saying that, and the reason why it's true and why it works, is because when you're learning a new language, like we're learning our language now, the Hebrew language, the original ancient Hebrew, we have to learn how to communicate. So words ain't a big deal. You can have a small set of words as long as you're able to communicate. A child does not know the encyclopedia. It's not goddamn Kevin Hart. Cat Williams. It doesn't know the encyclopedia. It only knows how to communicate. A child will come up to you, grab your arm, put your hand on whatever it wants. It'll try to pull you and take you to wherever it's trying to go. You know what I mean? Whether it's a boy or a girl, they're trying to tell you, or should I say, show you what they want. You are teaching them the word of what they're trying to show you. You like when a baby's hungry and is crying, saying, "Oh, you're hungry, you want to eat, eat," and you're trying to show them, you're trying to communicate to them that this thing is eating, that this is food. You're trying to show them, right? And that's what I'm trying to say. So, with that being said, the communication is the biggest part of the language. We have to learn how to communicate. So vocabulary isn't the bigger part of it. The vocabulary will come. We need the communication part first, which is why I'm giving us new vocabulary, because we seem to have learned, some people that are seasoned seem to, hold on, let me put this up here if I forget, put out a pronouncer. Some people know how to communicate. They know how to, I'll just put it like this. This is Rashad, okay? I like to keep the character I in it, like in the actual word. You can take it off once you get seasoned, but for people that don't understand, or they may not be seasoned, I like to keep the I there, so you know that it's saying Rashad. Okay, even though it might seem easier to take it off, but if you keep it there first, you'll get the understanding a little bit better. It'll be easier to understand that this shy is not losing the I sound from it. It's this shy. It's just pronounced. The I is a stronger sound pronunciation than I in this case. So most people, you can just write it S-H-I, Rashad, right? But remember, it's the thing that's being connected to that loses the I sound, which is why I keep the I there. So if y'all don't know, if y'all a newcomer, whenever you have these right here are connectors. Whenever you see this, this is this right here is a singular connector, and this is a plural connector. Right? This means whatever the letter is, I just use the character I. Whatever the letter is pronounced by itself. It'll just be I, right? Or how about, since we use the word up there, how about we actually use the word that's here? That might be better, right? As a matter of fact, just use the actual word. So this is Ra. This would just be R-A, right? Ra, R-A, but then you got Shah and I. Now, usually whatever connected to loses the I sound from it. So, if this is, how can I say it? This was the character Ha, right? If this was Ra and then S-H and then the character Ha, the Ha, since it's being connected to, will lose the I sound from it, and it would just be Shah, S-H-A-H. So the word would be Ra, Shah, Rashad, instead of Rashaha. All right? So whatever's being connected to loses the I sound, and now it's Rashad. All right? So in the case of the letter I doesn't have an I sound in it. It's just I. So I like to keep the actual I in the word when I'm teaching, so that whenever I'm connecting something to I, because just so you get the understanding that that letter or that character does not lose its I sound from it. It's just connected to the character I. Okay? And this word Rashai means condemn. Condemn or declare, right? Condemn or declare guilty or pronounce guilty. Either or. To condemn, to declare, or pronounce. To pronounce guilty. Okay? Let's give y'all another word. Can I get a time check? Yeah, a few more.
Time check, 7:38.
Okay. So we have this word right here, which is Allah, connected to the character La. Allah. Now this word right here means a few different things, right? This ain't like the other Allah, where it means power, which is where the Arabs got the name for their God, because back then they didn't know that the Lord's name was Yahweh. They only called him by Al-Shaddai or Al-Shaddai, meaning the Almighty Power. He didn't give them his name. He gave his name to the Israelites, blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians. This word Allah, it doesn't mean power. It means oath. The other word Allah means power. This one means oath. Now this one does have a few other meanings too. Oath or curse. Okay? Oath or curse. We'll do a few more. Time check, you said?
7:39.
7:39, okay. This next word is a rock. Rock. A rock. Can you pronounce it? This word means to lengthen. Okay? Lengthen, long, extend, and last but not least, patient. Extend and patient. All right? A rock. Now this is the masculine form of it. Okay? Let me give you let me give you this. Try to just fill these up with new vocabulary words, and then we'll go back into breaking down the what you call it. Go ahead.
Mine.
Oh, okay. The next word is gabah. Gabah. All right, God and the character Ba and Ha and the Gabah. This word means be high, like high-minded, right? Tall and haughty. Let me put haughty down at the bottom. See what else I can fit right here. Lofty. Right? Who's the other one? Oh, haughty. Be haughty, to be exalted. But I believe in a bad sense, exalted, in a bad way. All right? Just depends. Like, I believe it's like to exalt oneself. Okay? So lucky, TikTok, I'm trying to look at the camera right here for YouTube. I'm so busy looking at over here because we got TikTok over here and the camera and the TV over here. I'll be forgetting to look at the camera sometimes. All right. This next word is Haman. Okay, Haman. Haman, and it means to make noise, make sound, roar, growl. That's how you pronounce it. So make noise. Make a sound. Lock you. Roar. All right, what was the other one? Growl. How a dog would growl. And I'm gonna leave it there. It means some other things too, like moan, groan, and be boisterous. Okay. We got space for one more. Let's see what this one is. All right. This next word is a rock. Zaraq. Z-A-R-A-Q. Now remember, what's connected to loses the I sound. So it was Zaraqwa. If these were all singular connectors, it would be Zaraqwa. Zaraqwa. But it's not. Character Ra and the character Qua are connected, or the letter, how they say in English. But our letters come from pictures of things, which is why I'm calling them characters. For TikTok, if y'all don't know, the character Z, or with the character Za, or what you would call a letter Za, comes from a picture of like it's like the tool that the farmers use. I think I do this on the wrong side. I forget what it's called, but it comes from the word Zayan, which means weapon. It's like the thing with the knife on it and the handle that farmers use.
I got a question.
Go ahead.
I don't know who this is though. Search for crypto.
Uh-huh.
What language are you writing? Because you don't recognize the letters.
It's Hebrew, it's ancient Hebrew, what they call Paleo Hebrew or Aramaic. Okay. Now I do that so jammed up, but that's where it comes from. The weapon. All right. Character Za, or the letter Za. And remember, our letters come from pictures. So this word is a rock. Qua, the character Qua loses the I sound off of it. So it's not Zara Qua, it's a rock. All right. So yeah, this is the ancient Hebrew. They call this Paleo Hebrew. I heard the History Channel say Paleo Hebrew a ton. Paleo Hebrew. Sometimes they switch it up, Aramaic. Sometimes with the modern Hebrew, sometimes with this. I know they refer to these letters a lot as Paleo Hebrew, Phoenician, Aramaic. Sometimes, right? Now, with that being said, the word Zaraq, this is what it means. It means to toss. To toss, throw, scatter, right? To scatter, sprinkle. Zaraq. I forget what the character Qua actually comes from. Okay, but those are some extra vocabulary words that y'all can use. Just to have in your vocabulary. If you need the words, why not toss a few in there? Because this verse is fairly short. This is a very, very, very short verse that we're about to break down the problem. Okay. So let me check TikTok. Let me check some questions. Sign Christ. Star because you're not doing Hebrew, Jewish, something. I couldn't see. Because it's Hebrew, it's not Yiddish. Okay. Oh yeah, that's you. Okay, Luke Sweat. Somebody definitely corrected me. I don't study Yiddish in school. Hold on. I don't study Yiddish in school for 8 years of my life. Definitely was Hebrew. I know the difference. Okay. Well, if you know the difference, then why would you ask that?
Right.
Because you just said that you knew it, but you don't know the difference. Okay. All you got to do is look up any Hebrew letters. Now, you studied Yiddish in school for 8 years. Let me show you this book. I'm going to put it in front of TikTok face first. Biblical Hebrew Text and Workbook. Ever heard of this? Who's the author? Bani Patel, Nikki Hoffer, and Rebecca Absrack. Biblical Hebrew Text and Workbook. Let me show YouTube this. Biblical Hebrew Text and Workbook. Okay? If y'all didn't know, I'm going to try to show y'all on the screen. It says Yale Language Series. Right here. Yale, hold on. Yale Language Series. It says it on the inside as well. Try to show TikTok. Oh, here we go. Yale University Press. Yale University Press. Yale Language Series. This is what it says for the smart guy out there who knows nothing. Who don't exactly know what the hell he's talking about. I'm gonna come around and I'm gonna read this to everybody. Probably you can come up and read this. This is page 3. I got it highlighted. To show YouTube. Page 3, the yellow highlight at the top of the page. The yellow highlight at the top of the page. The TikTok. Just read this. Tell them what book you in. Tell them what page you at and the topic of the page. I'll step to the side. Go ahead.
This is Biblical Hebrew Text and Workbook. Understand? And we're on page 3, and we're talking about vocalization.
Okay, go ahead.
The Hebrew alphabet is the oldest in the world, still in use today.
Why? Because people still know this as ancient Hebrew, as Paleo Hebrew. It's still in use today. We're using it now. Keep going.
Our own alphabet is a descendant of it by a circuitous.
Let me see. Let me see what it says.
I said that word last. Yeah, circuitous.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Hold on. But go back and just read. This is circuitous. Circuitous route. But read what it says. Right here. It says our own language. What?
Our own alphabet is a descendant of it by a circuitous route.
How is their own language? She's saying our own language. She's making a difference between what you would call Paleo or ancient Hebrew and their language, the Yiddish language. Let me show you why. Just show you. Hold on. It has where they got these letters from. It has it right in the book. Hold on, let me get it for you. It's to prove a point. Hold on, bang. All right, so this is the table of contents. Wham, right here. They got all the pronunciations. Nakia. They put the alphabet. I believe it might be in the back. So they put the alphabet here, but they didn't put the, it might be in the back. I don't got time to go to it because I forget what page it's on. I'm going to throw everything off trying to find it. Yeah, I had to struggle to find this one page. But I wanted to show y'all that they have, y'all can just Google this, that they have the ancient, or what they call Paleo Hebrew, or in Phoenician, all those different Aramaic. They have the original characters, and then they have the modern next to it, and you can just Google it at any time. I was trying to find it in the book, but I forget what page it's on, and we're going to be forever. But just Google it. You can just type in Aramaic, Phoenician, and Paleo Hebrew, and the whole entire vocabulary thing will just pop up of where they got the letters from. You will see these letters still in use today. You ain't got to find it. It's good. It's easy. It's everywhere. They can Google it. I was just trying to make an extra statement and put it out there. But keep on reading, if I could. So their own language, they made a distinction. Their own language comes from these letters by circuitous route. Keep going.
The text of the Hebrew Bible we use today reflects several periods of development.
Whoa. It does what?
It reflects several periods of development.
The text of the Hebrew Bible. So I get this Captain Cots out. Hold on. Hey, slow, sir. Come on, sir. It was by accident. I call you back though. If I may, I'm doing the class. If I make it. I know what's going on. Big shout out to Captain Cots. I called him earlier by accident. He hit me back. So now, with that being said, read it again.
The text of the Hebrew Bible we use today reflects several periods of development.
So it reflects several periods of development. Why? Ben Eleazar ben Yehuda. He redeveloped or reconstructed the original Hebrew language and put little dots and dashes in it to help the pronunciation be closer to the Yiddish language that they already had. Yiddish is a form of the Russian language, part of the 5 Romance languages. It comes from the oppressor. It does not come from the Jews, who are blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians only. So it reflects, remember, their own language, theirs, not ours, not the original, but them. Keep going.
Originally,
only
the consonants were used.
Originally, only the what?
The consonants were used.
Keep going.
By the time of the Israelite kingdoms, some consonants, Yah, were used to indicate certain vowels.
We don't have vowels. I just showed you with the character ha. The character wa. The character ya. These are the things that they changed to help them. She's saying it's used to indicate certain vowels, and we never did that because the actual Jews never used vowels, which is blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. We never use vowels. So it's indicating a vowel, which is really not. It's indicating a vowel to them, but it changes the meaning of the word. Just like if you put the character wa in the meaning of a word in the middle of the word, it represents ing. It just changes the tense. It's part of the rules to speaking the Hebrew language. We don't have vowels. Keep going. Oh, wait, read that part again so they can understand what I just said.
By the time of the Israelite kingdoms, some consonants, Yah, Wah, Ha, were used to indicate certain vowels.
We don't have vowels, but it was used in a way to indicate the way other people were using vowels. But it's part of our language already. We don't have vowels. Same way wa is used to say ing. Passing, running, going is the present tense in our language. So all we did as times went on was keep our language and use it as an indication. We changed not changed, but it was part of the tense. We use the tense the same way the language grows, but we don't have vowels. We don't have a. We don't have E, I, we got I. We don't have E, U, V.
Right.
So none of those Yishna, Vishna, Tel Aviv. We don't have none of that.
Right.
It was used to the way everybody else was using their vowels, but we don't have vowels. We have tenses, the way we speak. And this is already part of our language. But we don't have the Yahweh sound. That's why it's an indication, but not an actual vowel. Keep
Keep going. Gotta be real clear on that. That's why I explained it. Go ahead.
That's it.
But go back to now. I'm gonna have them read it straight through. You got it.
The Hebrew alphabet is the oldest in the world, still in use today. Our own alphabet is a descendant of it by a circuitous root. The text of the Hebrew Bible we use today reflects several periods of development. Originally, only the consonants were used.
Originally what?
Only the consonants were used. By the time of the Israelite kingdoms, some consonants, Yah, Wah, Ha, were used to indicate certain vowels.
Oh, wait. Do we have vowels? No. It's used as an indicator. Running, going, but not a vowel. No change in the pronunciation whatsoever. Wow. Now that was for the smart guy. You know what I mean? He said now this is what he was reading. I just want to show TikTok right here. He was just reading that yellow. This is Yale University. They studied our language. Originally, there is no consonants. But they went through developmental changes. Eleazar ben Yehuda to put dashes and dots to make our language into fit Yiddish, to make it into Yiddish with those dots and dashes. If you go to blueletterbible.com, click on interlinear, they let you take the damn dots and dashes off, and it says consonants only, which is why we use it. This is known. So your 8 years of studying, you didn't learn too much. And I just want to be honest with you, because we just did that in what, 3 minutes? It was in the beginning, page 3. Page 3 tells you there ain't no vowels. Just because you're indicating something don't mean you use it as a vowel. Doesn't mean you change the pronunciation from now Yahweh to Yahweh, because God's name is Yahweh. I'm using it for the teaching purpose. So that way it's not being used in vain. There's only 3 times you're permitted to say the Lord's name. God's name is Yahweh. Not Allah, not Yahweh, Yahuwah, none of that. His name is Yahweh, consonants only. It's the name he gave us. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob didn't even have his name. We got his name with Moses. From the burning bush. That whole thing. Wow. Now, with that being said, there were no vowels. So we are speaking the original language with the original letters right here, called Paleo-Hebrew, Phoenician, and sometimes they call it Aramaic. But they also call like the modern letters Aramaic as well. So this depends on who's saying it. Okay. Now, with that being said, can I get a time check?
Time check 801.
801, we right on time. Right on time. All right, so I'm gonna go over these words one more time. These ain't in the verse. These are just some more vocabulary. The word quatazah, meaning edge or tip. Okay. Allah, right? Well, not the formal word. How can I say it? Not the word Allah that means power. This Allah means oath or curse. Okay. Because give me the scripture in the Bible where it says, I set before you this day a blessing and a curse. Okay, or an oath and a curse. And you'll see what I mean when they say this. All right. So this is a different word, Allah. Okay. The next word is rashad. It means condemn, declare, or pronounce guilty. All right. The word arak means to lengthen. It means long. It means extend. It also means patient. You gotta be long suffering. Okay? And that's the actual word that they use in Hebrew, arak, long suffering or patient. All right. The next word is gabah. Gabah. Gabah means to be high, to be tall, to be lofty, to be exalted, to be haughty. Okay? To be haughty. The next word right here is hamah. It means make noise, make a sound. It means roar. It also means growl. Okay? The last vocabulary word, zarak. Zarak means toss, meaning to toss, to throw, to scatter, or to sprinkle. All right? That word is zarak. Okay? So, if I could, if you could give me the scripture, then we'll start breaking down Proverbs chapter 16 and verse 25. All right? You got it, Prophet.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 11, verse 26. Behold, I set before you this day a blessing and a curse.
He said he set before you what?
This day a blessing and a curse.
A blessing and a curse. So the cat said, I don't know what he was saying. It doesn't even matter. We really gave him the breakdown. All right? That was the correct breakdown according to Yale University. They agree with what we said. Okay. Now, the Lord said he set before you this day a blessing and a curse. An oath that you take is also a curse. Because if you break it, then what? Then what? It's a curse. Okay? Now, let's get to it. Proverbs chapter 16, verse 25. All right? So I'm going to start writing this up on the board. Proverbs chapter 16 and verse 25. If I could, if you can put it up on the screen in a blue letter Bible so you can see it and read along with us. Boom, boom, boom. Let me see, did I send this to everybody I was trying to send it to? No, I didn't. Okay. Send this out. All right. So now, put it up on the board. Remember, we're breaking down Proverbs. Put it right here in the middle. Proverbs chapter 16, verse 25. Okay. You know when you got it up on the screen. We're going to go a line at a time, how we usually do. I don't know if y'all noticed, I've been getting better with writing. You can make that small for now. I've been getting better with writing the way the word is pronounced. I've been getting a little bit better with it, if y'all can tell. Because usually we'll just write each character and then go back and put all the connectors, right? I've been getting a little bit better with writing how the word is pronounced. All right, like this word right here, Lapanya. Panya, Ayash. So as you can see, I ain't got to go back and put a bunch of connectors, which is the whole point of it, okay? I did start to write a little small up there. And we ain't got much, so I can pretty much make it bigger. Wa'akaria. Okay. The Rakia. Awa. Let me try to just make this a little bit bigger. I didn't have to write it so small. What was that? Ayash. Okay. You can put it, Salaki. I was saying that you could have made it smaller. Oh, damn, you needed the whole screen. Most High in Christ. All right, if you can make the Blue Letter Bible big. Yep, there we go. Go to verse 25. You want to try and read Proverbs 16 and 25 in Hebrew?
For me?
Yeah.
I mean, I could try.
Ain't nothing wrong with trying. That's the point of the class. Proverbs 16 and 25. Click on tools.
I'm going to read it in Hebrew now.
Yeah, take away the consonants. Take away the little dots and leave just the consonants. I'm going to try and turn this around for y'all on TikTok. I would like y'all to see. I'm gonna unplug this phone for a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna bring this around to the screen. Hopefully y'all can see this without it being too messed up, too blurry. All right. Sit it right here. Here we go. All right, so Proverbs 16 and 25.
This is Proverbs chapter 16, verse 25. Yash.
If I could, if you can use the cursor.
Okay.
Each word to help everybody out online.
Yash.
It even helps you. Yeah, there you go. The rock. It even helps you right here. It'll pop up. Now that their pronunciation is Yiddish,
right?
But it should give you an idea if you're not familiar with it. Go ahead.
Okay. Yash, the rock. Yashar. La pun.
That's right.
The pun.
Wait, there's more than that though.
The punya.
There you go. The punya.
The punya. Ayash. Harayatha.
Acharya.
That's a car. I
even put it up here. I put a karya is a karya thought. While a car, your thought got a high at the end of it. There you go. You got it.
Dorakya. Mawam. No, Salakia. They Mawam. Mawath.
Yash, the rock, Yashar, Lapanya, Ayash, Wa'akar, Yatha, the Rakya, Mawaf. Now here's the thing that everybody needs to understand. I'm gonna bring TikTok back around so y'all can be in the class with us. I brought it around to the screen. Sit it back right here. So, TikTok, so y'all can be with us, right? I don't know if y'all can see the board. Let me try to help y'all with this one too. Yeah, we can see the board. Right? TikTok, boom, we on TikTok. All right, so now, what the brother just read, you can read it in English, Proverbs chapter 16, verse 25. If I could, you can show me the class real quick, so I can see. Boom, the wop. Go ahead, you got it.
Khan. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 16, verse 25. There is a way that seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death.
There's a way that seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof is the way ways of unaliving. Because we got to say that on TikTok, right? But no, it's cool. You read the verse. I'm just giving TikTok the actual, TikTok words that we got to use. So unaliving, the end thereof is a way of being unalived. Okay, it's a way that seems right to everyone, but the end of that way is a way that's going to get you unalived. Why? Because man is simple.
Right.
Woman is simple. We're both two simple people. Sisters are simple, brothers are simple. We do some things that are carnal, that are going to get you unalived if you continue in that way. Being famous, Cat Williams, Kevin Hart, Cedric the Entertainer, Steve Harvey, everybody that's famous, all the Jay-Z's, P. Diddy, okay? Fame and wanting to be famous, it seems right. It seems like that's the way to go. I need to feed my family. I have time.
Right.
I got a bunch of talent. I need to feed my family. Or maybe you can feed your family, but you got a bunch of talent and you want the world to know. There is a way that seems right. But the end of that way is the way of death. Some people may say, I'm going to take the deal with the Kanye West. He said, I sold my soul to the devil. I knew it was a crappy deal, even though it came with at least it came with a few toys like a hat.
Right.
That's what he said. Now, I can't speak on any of that. I don't know nothing about it. I just watch my conspiracy theories the same way everybody else do. But here's what we do know. Signing a contract for a bunch of money, it seems right, even though it might not be good. But the end thereof could lead you to death, because you could get more money than the Lord wanted you to have. He may know that with this money, you might not be able to kick your drug habit. With this money, you may not choose the right partner to live with. With all this fame, you're going to be miserable because you want your life back. There is no more walking to the store. You famous, ain't no more coming outside in your basketball shorts and going to the corner store. Everybody's going to have something to say. Paparazzi climbing over your walls, outside your door, taking pictures of your kids. There is no more normal life. You give it up for fame and for fortune, right? Certain jobs that people take. I need the money. I'm going to wipe windows on a tall skyscraper. They paying $50 an hour. That you could fall off. Could fall off the damn thing, fall straight to the damn ground, harness pop, all of that. You take a risk. Now, some risk with everything, but it's a way that seems like it's worth the risk, but the end is the way of death. So we just got to unalive it, right? So we just got to be mindful of what we do. Now, I brought out this scripture in Proverbs, and I decided to translate this scripture for that specific reason. Okay? For that specific reason. And here's why. Because all in the media, the biggest topics that we worried about today all have to do with this. War over there with the Ukraine, war over there with Gaza, Israel. It may seem right to do this. It may seem right to take a little bit of land. It may seem right to fight back with weapons. may seem right to do all these other things, but the end thereof, it may get you unalived. Being famous, having tons of money, it may seem right, even if the conspiracy theories are all just conspiracies. Even if they were, the end thereof could get you unalived. You could fall asleep behind the wheel. Shorty low. Could take too many drugs. Countless actors and musicians. You could, you could lose your soul. You lose yourself. You could be working for low wages, no money. He said he got $12,000 for Hustle and Flow. Kevin Hart did a big movie. I forgot this movie he did. It was a giant movie. They asked him, how much did you get paid? First they talked about how much the movie made. Then they asked him how much he made. He was ashamed to say he only made $500,000. This movie made damn near $1 trillion in the box office. Kevin Hart, he said 500,000. And the cat like that was talking to, I said Kevin Hart, right? Kevin Hart, he was like 500,000. The person that was talking to him, they asked him again, like, what? They couldn't believe it. Because you could be working for nothing and still struggling to pay your bills. You could take a regular job somewhere and you get hurt on the job. So everything in life comes down to wisdom. And this scripture right here, Proverbs 16:25, is an excellent scripture for the topic that is in the world today. Cat Williams said it best. He said, everything is about the truth now. Right? Which is why you're learning that you're an Israelite. Nobody talks about black history before slavery. Black History Month, they never ever start before slavery. It's always slavery till now. We beat the brakes off of you, and we essayed you. Be happy. That's all you learn in Black History Month. You got essayed, you got your back beat by me. Be happy. In the shortest month of the year. Oh yeah, I'm gonna give you a Juneteenth day, but you gotta share it with the rainbow community. You gotta share that same month. I'm gonna give you a day in the middle of the rainbow parade. How does the oppressor choose our Independence Day? They never talk about our history before slavery. It's a way that seems right. Being a Muslim, it seems right. Being a Christian, it seems right. Being an atheist, it seems right. Believing in the universe and energy and the chakras, it seems right. But the end thereof is a way that the Lord might unalive. Seems right, but it ain't right. Now, let's get into breaking this down. Make me bigger on the screen. Let's go into the breakdown. Can I get a time check?
I don't want time check. It's 8:21.
8:21. So we're going to start Proverbs 16:25. Let's start with the first word. The first word, Yash. All right. Yash. I don't know if y'all can see. I hope I ain't writing too small up here. I put enough space up here for me to be able to write a nice size and everybody be able to see it. Yash. This word Yash, it means, now I gave y'all these words in the beginning, right? So y'all should have them as well. It means there are, it also means to exist, and it also means being. So I'm gonna go with there are. Since we read a little bit of the verse in English, I'll just stick with this, right? Just to make it easy. way is a word that means way, road, path, journey, direction. There are, I'm not going to use the word way. Let's use a different word, right? So this word is the rock. Let's use path, right? There is path, or in this instance, a path. A is assumed, that's why I put it in parentheses. There are a path. Let's use there is. Since we meant there is, let's switch that to there is instead of there are. There is a path. What's the next word? Yashar. Yashar means straight, upright, right, pleasing, correct, or proper. So Yash, I put the rock. I was supposed to put the rock. Put TH. Yash, the rock. Yash, there is the rock, a path. Yashar, remember Yashar means straight, it means right, it means pleasing, correct, proper, and it also means upright. There is a path. Let's use, we got correct, we got proper, right, pleasing. Let's use pleasing. So Yarash, let's use the word pleasing. Yashar. Say Yarash, Yashar. Let's go with pleasing. There is, Yash, there is the rock, a path, Yashar, pleasing. Your rock, so like Yash, the rock, Yashar. Yash, there is the rock, a path, Yashar, pleasing. Okay? The next word is Lapanya. Lapanya. This word Lapanya. Can they see this? Can you make me make this bigger? This right here. Just so I can see. I can't even tell how we looking online. Okay, right. Okay, they can see everything. Right at the top of the screen, but that's cool.
Want me to put you at the top of the screen?
No, you good. Just like that. Lapanya. Lapanya is a word that means face. It means presence. It means before, and it means in front of. All right? So Yash, there is the rock, a path, a shore, pleasing. Lapanya, pleasing. What can we use? Face, before, in front. Let's use in front of. And I'll break this down later. I ain't gonna break it down right now because I want to get. I'll put of in parentheses in front of. Right? I'll break this down, this specific thing down in a little bit because I know that it's not in the verse. All right, but I'll break it down for why it is a part of the text. It is actually in the Bible. It is a part of the Bible, but it's not written in the English language. I'll break that down in a second. All right. So Ayash is the next word. So we got Yash, there is the rock, a path, Yashar, pleasing, Lapanya, in front of Ayash. Somebody type in with the word Ayash what it means. Y'all just go back into your notes. Just type in what it means. I'll tell TikTok what it means, but I want y'all to type what it means. So mute me online. Mute me online for Did anybody type in? Anybody type in? Let me check the questions on if there's any questions on TikTok.
Nah, sir.
Any questions online? All right, let's lock here. Let's check to see if y'all got any questions. Christ and the disciples spoke Aramaic, not Hebrew. The reason you're calling it Aramaic is what I spoke of before. I told you, depending on who's saying it, sometimes they call it Paleo-Hebrew, sometimes they call it Phoenician, sometimes they call it Aramaic. But it's not. It is ancient Hebrew, which the History Channel says Paleo-Hebrew. So when you say Christ and the disciples spoke Aramaic, not Hebrew, you're wrong, but depending on your context, you're right, because they spoke ancient Hebrew. They didn't speak Yiddish. If you're referring to Hebrew as the Yiddish language, then you're right. They did not speak Yiddish. They spoke Paleo-Hebrew, if that's what you mean by the Aramaic. And sometimes they do call it Aramaic. But I don't know what you mean by it. So I'm gonna say you're right and you're wrong. If you're in the wrong context, then you're wrong. If you're saying that they spoke, I don't know what you mean by Aramaic, not Hebrew. But I'm guessing you're trying to say they spoke Paleo-Hebrew and not the modern Yiddish. And in that case, you're right. Okay. Thundercat spirituals. Why y'all dress like Thundercats? Okay. Thundercats and a lot of different cartoons and different especially on Amazon and on Netflix. All these little shows that we watch, HBO, a lot of them dressed in a medieval way because that was the style before America and the way things started to change. So we dress the way we used to dress and not the way that is more so of the slave master than of our culture. So that's the answer there. That's how you used to dress if you're a Black, Native American, or Hispanic. And even if you're not, that was still how you dressed when you lived in the 1800s. I mean, in the 1600s, 1500s, all those times. BC, AD, that's how everybody dressed. Why should we care about Hebrew, herpes, and history? Okay, TM Tate. One, you should care about Hebrew if you're a Black, Hispanic, or Native American Indian, because that's your language. If you're not, then you don't have to care about it. Herpes, you should care about it for anybody, because you don't want to smash the wrong person. Oh, you said heroes. I thought this cat said herpes. I'm about to say, dang. If I tell you, safe sex is a practice.
Right.
And history. So why should we care about Hebrew, heroes, and history? Nobody has to care about any of this unless you're Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian. One, you should care about Hebrew because it's your language if you fall under that race. Two, you should care about heroes because there's a ton of heroes. Jesus Christ is a Black man. He is the real greatest hero on the face of the planet that have ever walked the face of the earth. And you should worry about history because without that history, you will believe in whatever the hell America tells you to believe in. All right? And that's why you should care. You'd be a good slave in America if you didn't care about history, and I think everybody knows that. And if you're not Black, Native American, Indian, or Hispanic, you ain't got to care about nothing. I ain't even say ever. Right. So let me come back around, y'all. Time check, Brother Bashaw.
Time check is 8:33, sir.
All right. Is it what?
8:33.
8:33. So, what we got so far in Proverbs 16 and 25? Yash, there is, the rock, a path. Yashar, pleasing. Lapanya in front of Ayash, amen. So the reason why it's a dash here, I don't know if y'all can see this. I'm gonna erase it and then rewrite it for the teaching purpose. These are two separate words, but they're said together. This is why there's a dash there. It's Lapanya Ayash. Not like how I'm saying Yash, Yarak, Yashar, not with a pause in it, but Lapanya Ayash. Lapanya Ayash. It was just like that. Okay? So Lapanya in front of Ayash, amen. Okay? Or in front of men. Men would be better. Men would be better, but we know that the scripture is saying amen. But we know in reality it's saying men, including women. They use the term men or man for man and female. All right? Male and female is just in our language, we have a masculine language. Right. We change the way we talk when we change to a woman because she's the lesser in authority. She doesn't have as much authority as us. So we speak sort of down to her. Not down on her, but down to her, showing our authority as the man. And she speaks to us regular because she has no authority over us. But since we have it over her, we speak to her or in a lesser way, like down to her, to show that the man is the head, that this language is a masculine language, and we're speaking to someone who is not masculine but feminine. So it's softer. That's a perfect way to say it. We speak softer to a woman, but softer because of the authority reason. Right? And just like I spoke about, the medieval clothing and how we dress, back then there was no issue that a man had more power than a woman. You didn't have to do equal rights or women's rights. That's the whole thing for women's rights and women equality is because they're trying to match the authority of a man, where that's not the way the Lord intended it. He intended it for it to have a structure. Or else, you go pay the bills. I'm going to sit back in my drawers. I need my hair done. Need new Jordans. Need a game. I need guns. I need to eat. I'm hungry. You need to put food on the table. I'm going to kick my feet up, wear my drawers all day, and you go make the money. When you get home, it's going to be a bowl of noodles that I cook. If it was equal, it's not equal. If it was equal, the man would say, hey, baby, get up. There's somebody downstairs. I heard something. Right. Don't handle that. Now, what woman is going to respect a brother like that? You understand? Now, also, too, this is another thing y'all don't know. Also, women, still to this day, take pride in taking care of their man. That other way of thinking is American. That's backwards. So sort of, right? It's backwards. The fact that they downplaying it is backwards. Okay? Because a lot of women love their man and would love to buy him stuff, and they don't give a damn about none of that. They will spend their money on a man. They don't care. But America makes it seem like you're weak or he's lazy. So that's another propaganda piece that they put together. It's just to destroy the household. I mean, a lot of women don't mind taking care of their man. You know what I'm saying? But nobody just wants the other person just to do nothing. I mean, even a man who has a housewife expect the house to be done and clean when he get home. Food on the table, nobody wants the other person to just be lazy. So they use that as propaganda, as a trick to downplay the fact that especially because a man can have multiple women, he can have multiple wives, to downplay the fact that a man has more authority than a woman, and that women don't mind taking care of a man. They just downplay this propaganda. It's used to separate the household, all right? So I'm going to keep going. So we got up here is Yash, the rock, Yashar, the Panya Yash. Yash, there is, the rock, a path, Yashar, pleasing. Lapanya ayash, in front of a man, or in front of men, or in front of man. Okay? The next word, wa akar yafa. All right, so let's write that down. Wa a khar, with the hawk spit sound. Khar ya and tha. T-H-A-H. Yakhar atha. Wa akhar yatha. Now I usually underline the connectives, right? But the panya is sort of a phrase, okay? So the la at the beginning means to face a man, or in front of, or before. So there's really no need to underline this, but I'll do it just because I always do it. Why at the beginning of a root word? What does why mean? And. It's also used as but and other things, nevertheless, therefore, notwithstanding, all those old propaganda English words. Akar yatha. Akar yatha meaning the root word akar, or karya, right? Meaning the after part, behind, later, or the latter time. It comes from the root word akar. It's like you look for my little paper that I have. Let me grab it, so I can give you exactly all the other words that it means too. Latter time, after part, in. Okay. And what did the scripture say? I think it said in the end thereof, because I want to use later, latter time, or later. Actually, that's good. That's good. We can use later, right? But we'll just use in to stick with it. I usually try to not use the exact word that's in there, that's in the verse, because it'll help us understand. Okay? And then I'll use / later. And later. Okay? With the term latter. Well, later comes from latter, the latter time, meaning later on. Okay. So Yash, the rock, Yashar, Lapanya Ayash, Wa Akar Yatha. Yash, there is the rock, a path, Yashar, pleasing, Lapanya Ayash, in front of a man, Wa Akar Yah. It's like a Wa Akar Yatha. And the latter, and the end. The is assumed. Alright? So I'm going to move and down. Actually, let me just redo this, right? So and then the is assumed, and the end. And later. Okay? And later, the rock. Ya Mawaf. The rock Ya Mawaf. I'm gonna try this other marker just to see just the map is starting to fade. Let's do this. The rock. We know what the rock means, right? But this is the rock Ya. But I'll go through this Ya part afterwards. Alright. The rock Ya. The rock is a root word that means path, means way, it means rule. Okay? The rock, yeah. So let's use rule in this sense. We know that, this is a very short verse that we read. Okay? But we're going to use rule to show the different meanings of the word. Rule. So Yah makes things plural when it comes at the end of a root word. It means him or his, but it also is used as a connector to connect the subject to a preposition, and it's also used to make a word plural, masculine plural. Okay, so instead of it being rules, road, it's roads. Path, it will be paths. Paths. Way, meaning ways. It will be ways. Okay? And the later and the end, roads or are roads. But that R is assumed. What do we use up there? Is. I don't know if we can use is. This is a little ghetto to say is roads. We're going to use R. Okay. All right. Are roads, and the end are roads. Mawab. Word Mawab. Somebody type in what Mawab means. Can you mute me real quick and speak back to we unmuted, so everybody, somebody type in what the word Mawab means. Okay? So let's read what we got so far. Yash Darak Yashar Lapanya Ayash Wa Karyatha Darakya Mawab. Yash, there is Darak, a path, Yashar, pleasing, Lapanya Ayash, in front of a man. Wa Akaryatha, and the end, and the later, the Rakya are roads, Mawab. Mawab. Somebody type it in. Let me know. Oh, you about to do something? Yeah, go ahead and do what you got to do. Yash Darak Yashar Lapanya Ayash Wa Akaryatha the Rakya Mawab. All right. Proverbs 16 and 25. Yash, there is, the rock, a path, a shore, pleasing, the panya ayash, in front of a man, wa akarya, and the end, and later, the rakya are roads, mawab. I'll give y'all a hint, are roads of blank. Are roads of somebody typed it in. Let me check TikTok. Let me answer your questions on TikTok as well. I get a time check.
Time check 8:46.
8:46. All right, so let's see what we got on TikTok. All right, no sweat. Everybody seem to be in tune and still rocking with us here on TikTok. No time Christ. All right, here we go. So now let me see. Sign Christ. Anybody typed it in on YouTube? Time check again.
8:47.
8:47.
Understanding. I slightly understand Yah. Said that.
Oh, okay. All right. Who said that?
Understand Yah.
Understand Yah. He said it means unalive. I gotta say that for TikTok. It means unalive. Give him my hand. You deserve the hand. That was absolutely correct. The ways of, I'm going to put the word on the board, y'all. D-E-A-T-H. I'm going to write unalive under. Okay? TikTok, so we don't get kicked off, everybody that's trying to learn on TikTok. Let's go. Yash, right? Yash. The rock, Yashar, Lapanya, Ayash, Wa'akaryatha, the rock Yamawa. Yash, there is. The rock, a path, Yashar, pleasing. Lapanya, Ayash, in front of a man. Wa'akaryatha, and the end, and later, the Rakya are roads, Mawab of unalive, of unalived, of unaliving, of being unalive. There is a path pleasing in front of a man, and the end, and later are roads of unalive. And now this is simple. This ain't even the exact words of the verse, because we did that on purpose to learn the different meanings and how it's used. And we just picking one of those meanings, but it still makes sense. It still makes sense. I was explaining to somebody today, Officer Nathaniel, he asked about the New King James Version Bible. That is garbage. You know why? Because the King James Version was 54 scholars who translated the Hebrew, the actual Hebrew text, agreed upon the words that made the most sense, and then it was published in English. They agreed upon the word that made the most sense, the phrase that made the most sense, 54 men, and they agreed upon it, the English translation of that word or that verse, and then it was published. After it was approved by King James, who signed off on what those 54 men approved of that translated word. Now, the New King James Version, it's just updated English of whatever we got from the King James Version Bible. That's it. It's the updated word. Right. Nevertheless, notwithstanding, they just put, the word for today, which is why it's garbage, because it's not only are they changing the word, but they're changing it with the mindset of Christianity. Where there was no mindset of Christianity, he literally told them in the rules to keep it as close as possible to whatever everybody already knew, as long as it matched with the truth of what it was saying. So if there's no need to change it, if that's what it was saying, if it's saying there is a path pleasing in front of a man, and the end and later are roads of unaliving, if that's what everybody had already thought, as long as that was true, you can keep it that way. Right. If it's not exact, then make it exactly what it should be. Now, the New King James Version is just updating the words in the mindset or from the point of view of Christianity. They're not just updating the words to say that there are ways instead of path, and the end thereof is the ways of unaliving. They changed it to freedom and liberty and or going down into the grave. Like how can I say, that was still kind of close, but going to Hell, right? Instead of being unalive. So they're doing it from this. And the reason why I said going down to hell is because that's what Christians believe. They believe you go down to hell. Right. They don't know that we're living in heaven. Hell is not under the ground with a pink man with a pitchfork or some red man with a pitchfork who, what's the cat? The rodeo cat who sat on his damn lap doing a sneaker commercial. Some type of alternative lifestyle cat with a red pitchfork who got what you call it, sitting on his damn lap. Lil Nas X sitting on that and a bunch of fire and demons around that. That's not real. Nobody has ever been unalived and went down there and saw it, came back up and reported that to us. That's not what it means. It comes from the word Sheol, which means grave, which they use to say that they are living in a bad situation, the same way the grave of Sheol was for people who lived their life not according to the Lord, and they got tossed in a ditch. That's what Sheol was when you look up the Hebrew word. You were tossed literally into a ditch, no ceremony, no family there. You just were a sinner. They grabbed your body after you was unalive, tossed you in a big giant ditch, rolled out. End of your life. That's it. And they looked at that as the way they should have. That's a terrible situation to be in. I'm in a terrible situation to be in. We're slaves in America. We got to relearn our actual language. But somebody dressed like, what did he say? Like Hellcats or whatever he said. Doja Cats. I don't know what the hell he said. He said something cat. But, you know what I mean? I got to explain, why we actually dress the way we always dress. We are living in that terrible situation. We're living in the same situation that we would never want to live in. We would never just want to be unalived in our naked body thrown, or not naked body, because that's what people think, but your body just tossed into a ditch, and people just leave you there, and you known as some nasty sinner that nobody cares about. That's just as bad as being a slave without knowing what your culture is, who your God is, how to even speak your own language, and forced to protect your children from the people that are beating your back, and they still unalive your kids, still make your kids work for them, still treat your children the same way they treat you. You don't even know your culture to even give it to your kids. The biggest month you got in a year, all they tell you is that we essayed you and we beat you and you worked for us and you was our damn slaves. Be happy. End of the month, back to normal. You better not be late. That's a terrible situation to live in. So I'm saying that to say this: they changed the NKJV, whatever you want to call it, New King James Version. It's from the mindset of Christians, and Christians who update those words to what they feel as though the word should have been. No scholarly nothing. Okay. Give me Proverbs 16 and 25. We'll read it again. While you putting it up on the board, I'll read it. Yash the rock, Yeshar, Lapanya Ayash, Wa'akar Yafa, the rock Yamawah. Yash, there is, the rock, a path, Yeshar, pleasing, Lapanya Ayash, in front of a man. Wa'akar Yafa, and the end, the rock Yah, are roads, Mawah, unalive.
Okay.
Go ahead.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 16, verse 25.
Go ahead.
There is a way that seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death.
There is a way that seemeth, it seems, right? A way that seems, where is it at? Where was it? This is Lapanya. I said I was going to explain this in a second, right? That seems right. Remember, this word means right. It means upright, pleasing, correct, proper. There is a way that seems right unto a man. This was just unto or to, right? But it's literally saying in front of a man. Why? Because it's saying to a man. It's pleasing to a man. It's pleasing when it's in front of you. It's pleasing to you, right? So that's just a simple explanation. It's pleasing to you. I think I explained it with what they agreed on when they translated the actual Hebrew. That's pleasing to a man, right? And was the word but. Okay? The character why. But the end thereof, which is old Quaker English, which we don't say anymore, thereof, but the end thereof are, this word was ways. So that's what I was about to write. The in parentheses are the ways of Moab, of unalive. All right. There is a way, and it also said that seemeth right. That seems right. Okay. Pleasing. That seems right. To, in front of, to a man. To a man in front of a man. Pleasing to a man. Pleasing in front of a man. Right? That it's a way. It's before you. Right? I picked in front of, a way before a man. A pleasing before a man. There's a way that seems right before a man, in front of a man, in the face of, right? But the end thereof, or the end, or later, is a way or ways, because of this yah being masculine plural, of Moab, of being unalive. That was a simple translation, but it means so much. Y'all go ahead and screenshot that, okay? I think I'm gonna take a picture of it as well. It's 9 o'clock. With that being said, let me get a picture of this real quick so I can post this on Facebook. Water. With that being said, Shalom Yasha'Allah. Anya Kahan, Wakwatazayan, Mara, Mawarka, Kayahayawam, Anya, Iwa Barkatha, La Salakia Io, La Kahan, Kwatazakara. All right, I'm going to say it again. Shalom Yasha'Allah, Anya Kahan, Wakwatazayan, Mara, Mawarka, Kayahayawam, Anya, Iwa Barkatha, Ayo, La Kahan, Wakwatazayan, Kwatazakara. Shalom. All right. Shalom, Israel. I'm Priest Officer Mariah, teacher for the day. I'm going to pass the class over, or I'm passing the class over to Priest and Officer Kwatazak. Shalom. All right.
I.S.U.P.K security announcements. I.S.U.P.K start out on 1 West on 25th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers chapter 18, verse 21. Malachi chapter 3, verse 8 to 10. Means 10 commandments of Hebrew. My I.S.U.P.K, 10% of every penny of the increase the Lord gives you. Give to the teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. The Feast of Purim is the 14th day and the 15th day of the 12th month, which is Thursday, February 22nd, and Friday, February 23rd. Understand? And if you want to read up on it, go to Esther chapter 9, verse 20, and read down to 31. Rule for Akim and Abba to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black. Boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. With that, imagine one of the brothers. Okay, you want to give one courteous salute to the brothers. And Israel, Madam Shabbat, and Madam Barak, hold your hand, put your hand and such. You want to put your heels at 45 degrees, bow your head, and when the men of Israel salute you, you want to smite your right chest with your left hand and salute the brother's back. The men of Israel don't get a system on courtesy salute. The men of Israel, Amadi, Shabbat, Amadi, Barak, Yahweh Shema, Shema Rashad. Guys, on top, his hand is down, that's dismissed. Tuning in.